when the Beats Studio Buds initially launched a few years ago, I told you guys they were the best set of earbuds that you could possibly pick up at that price point. We checked them out here on the channel. Since then, a ton of other headsets have come out in the market. We've got the Beats Fit Pro, which were my favorite for the longest time, and then the AirPod Pro 2nd Gens, which just recently released. The original model didn't have wireless charging or the best active noise cancellation, but this time around, they're looking to upgrade with the Beats Studio Plus, and they've started with a sick new colorway. This official release confirms weeks of speculation and brings exciting improvements tailored for both iOS and Android users. The upgraded features include enhanced active noise cancellation, transparency mode, call performance, and an extended battery life. Fortunately, the new Studio Buds Plus version maintains the qualities that made the original Studio Buds immensely popular. These earbuds were already recognized as top contenders in the wireless earbuds market when they launched in 2021. However, given the rapid advancements in this industry, many have been eagerly awaiting an update to the Studio Buds, which has now arrived. Now, if you guys remember, we had a ton of colorways with the original model. This time around, we've got 3: black and gold, ivory, and transparent. And the price starts at $169, which is $20 more than before. Now, obviously, I went with the transparent model, which is definitely sick. It reminds me of the Game Boy I had as a kid. Each pair of earbuds come with a USB-C charging case that matches its color. The charging case retains the same shape and size as the original model, featuring an eggshell-like texture. It's worth noting that the case does not support wireless charging, which may disappoint some considering the price increase, especially considering the growing number of models that offer this feature. Additionally, the package includes a short USB-C charging cable. And let's be realistic, Apple's not going to drive away sales from the 2nd-gen version of AirPods or the Beats Fit Pro by offering wireless charging on this. That's almost $100 cheaper than the 2nd-gen version of AirPods. I mean, it's almost to be expected at this point. Look at their iPad lineup. The Studio Buds Plus maintain the IPX4 rated water resistance that's found in the original model, which is also identical to the 2nd-gen version of the AirPod Pros. This level of water resistance is sufficient to safeguard against sweat and light splashes of water. The earbuds also come with 4 different ear tip sizes, ensuring a proper fit for various ear shapes and sizes. Now, historically for me, the medium-sized ear tip provided the best acoustic seal for my ears. However, it's worth noting that there is no ear fit test feature to confirm the correct insertion of the earbuds like we've seen on other models. During my initial testing, I found the comfort levels to be just right, and I was able to pop off with an hour-long gym session without experiencing any slippage or the earbuds falling out. This includes basketball, running, weightlifting, tennis, pretty much anything you could think of, everyday general use. I never had them fall out once, even when I was sweaty. But at the same time, I really don't think I had an issue with the original model either, so it's definitely great. You guys won't have to push them in too much as long as you get that fit right? Which you have different ear tip sizes for that. Comfort, fit, great. Even when working out, you guys won't have to worry about that. Now let's get into features and functionality because we see a ton of changes there as well. Similar to the original model, the Beats Studio Buds Plus feature a multifunction button on the top of each earbud. However, it appears that the force sensor has been adjusted since my previous review, addressing the sensitivity issue that we did talk about. Now, a deliberate action is required to activate these commands. The controls are as follows: a single press to play or answer a call, double press to skip forward, triple press to skip backward, and a long press to toggle noise cancellation or transparency mode. While Apple Music subscribers can enjoy spatial audio playback for Dolby Atmos mixed tracks, there are no additional features like head tracking or an equalizer. Now, when I do connect up to my iPhone 14 Pro, the Beats Studio Plus app does appear quite basic, lacking the level of personalization options available from competing brands at similar price points. However, you can still make sound adjustments through the setting on your playback device and music streaming device. Now, when it comes to Apple users, the Beats Studio Buds Plus do offer hands-free Siri support, which works great at commands, phone calls, music, pretty much anything you can think of. At the same time, Google Assistant on my S23 Ultra worked just as good. So whether you guys are using iOS or Android, you won't have any assistant features when using the Beats Studio Buds Plus. Who remembers this thing? So why I'm up here in the game room? The point I wanted to make for you guys is if you want to use these earbuds, the Beats Studio Buds Plus, for gaming, you can. You can use it for streaming, content creation. You can hear pretty much everything the same. Obviously, you're not going to have the best quality, but when it comes to convenience and comfort, these are really comfortable. You don't have to worry about the sweat, how heavy the headset is for hours on end, and it just makes sense. I think you're up here, buddy. See, I can hear his footsteps. I can hear explosions off into the distance. It just makes sense. So if you guys do want to use these earbuds for gaming, why not? It's also worth mentioning that on-ear detection doesn't seem to be enabled, meaning that removing one or both earbuds does not pause the playback automatically. there's that. Now, since I gave away my original Beats Studio Buds, I really didn't have them to go ahead and use them and compare the sound quality between this one and the newer model. But at the same time, when it came to sound quality, it was quite different from what I expected. I mean, usually Beats have been known for adding a significant amount of bass to the audio, but I was surprised by the relatively restrained lower bass levels in the Beats Studio Buds Plus, which was kind of a bummer for me as a bass junkie. According to the info I got on these, the Buds feature a dual layer speaker design for balanced bass and reduced distortion. Beats also mentions the inclusion of 3 new acoustic vents, which aim to improve audio precision while providing a comfortable fit with reduced pressure, which is noticeable. While I can confirm that the earbuds are super comfortable to wear, I feel like the frequency balance does lean towards the lighter side with these. There appears to be a lack of depth and warmth in the bass, especially noticeable when listening to some of my favorite songs from Young Jeezy and Lil Wayne. At the same time, increasing the volume does help fill out the bass and it brings out more oomph, but it needs to be pushed louder than half to achieve the full spectrum sound. Furthermore, I feel like treble could also use a bit of work at these louder volume levels. But at the same time, overall, I feel like they sound pretty decent. They're good at this price point, not the best, but they're up there aside with features and functionality to where you do have a good sounding product at this price point along with comfort to go with it. Let's go ahead and cover active noise cancellation next, which I'm happy to say has gotten a lot better, and so is the transparency mode. During my workouts and travel, the Anc Worked Fabulous, blocking out pretty much everything for me as long as I was above half volume. As for the transparency mode, going for runs outside, I was able to hear my surroundings, making sure I didn't get run over by Miami traffic on the overpass. However, similar to the original model, I didn't find any way to adjust the level of sound that passes through in transparency mode, which wasn't really a deal breaker for me, just something worth mentioning. And then we also have much better battery life, which I'm excited to say. You get 9 hours of playback time with ANC and transparency off and 6 hours with it turned on. And enough for 3 more 6-hour charges with that case, thanks to the charging capabilities. At the same time, you have a 5-minute quick charge that gives you up to an hour of listening time, and you go from 0 to 100% in just under 2 hours for a full charge. So battery life does see a significant improvement in my eyes, but it's nothing crazy compared to what's out in the market nowadays. The Beats Studio Buds Plus brings several noteworthy improvements to the table. They maintain the iconic design of the original model while enhancing the active noise cancellation, providing a stronger transparency mode, and introducing hands-free Siri and Google Assistant support. Although the extended battery life is much better, it appears to be in line with what many other earbuds offer nowadays. As for the Beats, whether they can claim a spot among the top noise-canceling earbuds in their price range, or if competing models surpass their performance, well, that remains to be determined. As for me, I think they're solid, even at this price point, especially thanks to inflation. But at the same time, I feel like when the 2nd-gen version of the Beats Fit Pro come out, I'm probably going to switch right back over to those, and I'll like them probably more than these and the 2nd-gen version of the AirPod Pros. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know down below, where you'll also find the links to everything that we covered in today's episode. If you want to see more, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DetroitFury. And if you enjoyed this content, please make sure you smash that like button for me, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next episode. Peace.